I'm going to ask another question that's 100% a bait question, but I find it funny.
Fine.
So, Alchem, do you have faith in humanity?
Um, um,
Hello, everyone.
Hello?
Welcome back to Two Buds One Podcast. This is episode 3. I am to the Techno Jelly, and with me today, as always, is my co-host Alchem Games. Alchem, I
Hi
have,
everyone,
I
my name is
have.
Alchem. Oh,
No, it's fine. You can go if you want.
no, I actually had nothing more after that. I
Oh,
kind of
okay,
was just gonna say hi.
okay. I have a potentially incredibly controversial opinion. Are you ready for this? I think McDonald's is perfectly mid. And I don't think I ever want that to change. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about fast food recently, and I was thinking about, there are better burgers, There are better burgers. 100%. There's better fries, there's better everything from McDonald's, but sometimes you
Yeah,
want specifically McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't think I would ever like if I want McDonald's, I don't want a burger. I want McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Um,
And I'm not sure if that's me talking about how addicted I am, how I've become addicted and brainwashed, or if that's like a thing.
so what about it specifically do you like then? It's not the hamburgers, I'm guessing. It's not the fries.
I mean,
It's not the shake or the ice cream, which never exists.
that
Maybe
basically
the
doesn't
hot dog.
exist.
I mean,
It's more like I want a Big Mac or something like that.
mm,
I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just
but
something. It's different enough that when I say when I think I want McDonald's, it's
yeah, yeah.
I don't want a burger. I want McDonald's specifically. You know what I mean?
I Okay, in a sense, I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like I normally just go for chicken nuggets. If I ever go to McDonald's, it's just I'm getting
Oh
nuggies, maybe some fries, and a
you
drink,
know,
and that's
I've actually never been a huge fan of nuggets.
it.
It's okay. Let me rephrase that. I've never been a huge fan of getting nuggets from like McDonald's or like other things because I'd rather just get the frozen box of nuggets because there's so much more. There's so many more nuggets and they're cheaper.
Oh, you know what? Fair, fair.
And
I
like
like.
and like to be fair, like you are kind of like paying for convenience because you don't have to make them. But I've never had a problem with making them myself or like putting them in the oven and stuff like that. So like I don't mind the wait time and stuff like that, but it's
I see.
just one of those things where
I see.
six nuggets here is so expensive. If I can't remember how much it is, but like I can just like bring up the McDonald's menu. McDonald's, because like if I remember correctly, one of the reasons why I don't get the thing is just because it's so expensive considering what it is.
Hmm.
I don't remember what it's under now. What is chicken nuggets under?
Uh,
Is it under chicken?
just something. I mean, you're talking about for McDonald's?
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Okay.
I mean, it is chicken, but
Oh, it doesn't actually. Oh, that's hilarious. It doesn't tell you the price on the website.
what?
It's not telling me the price. It's telling me all the food, like nutritional facts. It's actually telling me a very detailed. It's actually extremely detailed
Yeah.
nutritional information.
Yeah, it's not like a certain documentary kind of blasted them and made them actually do that.
Yeah, that documentary though was incredibly biased though.
I see. 10 piece. Oh my God, you're right. Wait, hold
It
on.
doesn't. It
Is that,
doesn't. It doesn't tell you the price.
wait, hold on. There's a 40 piece?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know there's a 40 piece, and now I gotta order that.
Wait, no. I don't have it. I only have a 20 piece.
I have a 40 piece. And I looked up McDonald's.com. They have the 4 piece, the 6 piece, the
Okay.
10 piece, the 20 piece, and the 140 piece.
The
I mean, not
140.
140, and the 40 piece.
Oh, okay. I was say in McDonald's.ca, it's there's only the 20 piece.
I don't want that. Order now. Oh, wait,
Alchem
there's an
bad,
app.
bad Alchem. That's so funny.
No, I'm just
I
trying
can't
to see when is it going to show me the
Yeah,
price.
when
and
does
it's
it
not
show you?
showing
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't show you the price. I'm so confused. What the
Alright.
heck? There's no prices anywhere.
It's
You know,
only, I guess it's only
it probably wants you also to because they have their app
app
now,
or-
right? So
yeah.
that's
Or do
interesting.
it through Uber Eats or whatever the hell else. But yeah, no.
Huh. Anyway, I always considered considering what I was getting too expensive. I'd rather just get a burger.
True.
But it's also one of the things where I was the
why?
person from. I mean, to be fair, I'm not saying I don't get McDonald's very often. I'll be real.
But why is it? Oh wait, maybe it's because McDonald's is not a. Okay, do you have like hundreds of McDonald's around you,
No.
or is it like kind of okay?
There's
that might be
there's
why.
like okay, there's one really close to me,
Yeah.
and then the next one is like, if we were driving there, it'd probably take like 20-30 minutes.
Maybe that's why, because I like McDonald's like there is literally one that's like right across the road from the other.
Yeah,
Although I think maybe that one closed down because they realized how
that
redundant
is kind of
was.
weird. But I mean, yeah, remember, I'm also Canadian, so we don't have McDonald's. And everything.
are?
There's a Tim Hortons. There's a Tim Hortons every block, basically.
All right.
There's like 4 Tim Hortons near me. I could choose if I wanted to go on a walk and I go in any direction. There's a Tim Hortons that I could walk to.
I forgot. Because I'm like here in America land, there's like McDonald's all over the goddamn place. It is lit. It is like just how Tim Hortons is almost everywhere in Canada. There's McDonald's everywhere.
Well, it's just like Starbucks. Starbucks is everywhere in America too.
Yeah, but that's coffee. It's like
Yeah.
Tim Hortons is the Starbucks of coffee. Tim Hortons is the Starbucks for Canada.
Oh yeah, it's 100%.
So,
Yeah, it's 100%.
You guys don't have a McDonald's one. Like you don't have a McDonald's like store where there's like everywhere you go. There's this place that does this one specific fast food.
Let me think.
Because it is
The
McDonald's.
closest,
Like, literally.
I think the closest is probably McDonald's.
Yeah, like
The problem is like or not. I guess not the problem. It's also one of the things where I live in an area where there's a lot of diversity. Like there's everything here when it comes to like fast food style stuff. So like there's Indian, Korean, like American, French, like there's all types of stuff. So like there's no real one dominant thing other than Tim Hortons because Canada.
And no, around here it literally is. McDonald's is the fast food giant of the U.S., followed behind by like either Wendy's, Arby's, Burger King, and I think Checkers or Rallies or whatever the hell they call themselves.
I have no idea what that is.
But yeah, it's just like there are just a select nationwide.
Yeah.
Ones. I know Jack in the Box is like on the West Coast mostly, but they have stuff around here now, and I've noticed there are some places. And there's different ones for region. Like some exist mostly in the West, some exist mostly in the East.
Yeah.
But McDonald's is literally everywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, McDonald's is in most places where I am. I guess okay, so one of the main things, at least where I am, McDonald's is attached to Walmart. Pretty much everywhere here. So if there's a Walmart, there's a McDonald's in the Walmart. I don't know. There's not many very like standalone McDonald's places. It's always attached to the Walmart, basically. At least from what I know. I think there's like 1, maybe 2 that I know of. And it was the one with the places, like the ones with like those playground places. So that was like the main thing because it was a standalone location and it had that instead of like the regular thing.
You know what? While we're talking about McDonald's, I could go on about there's other places that I find like
I love
McDonald's
food.
is mid. I will agree.
Oh yeah, it's 100% mid. It's one of those things where I think it's one of those things of whichever fast food chain you grew up with, you'll always like. And as you grow up, you'll understand. I feel like you understand. There's way better places, But there's just something about insert whatever you grew up with. Like for my mom, it's Whoppers from Burger King. She loves Whoppers from Burger King. And
I'm just imagining though.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as play places anymore. Well, no, there are some McDonald's that still have the play places.
I haven't, honestly, all the ones with the play places that I know, the play place has shut down. Like they don't let people go in the play place anymore.
It's because they don't even acknowledge their clown origin anymore. No one remembers Ronald. Everyone remembers Grimace thanks to the Grimace Shake. No one remembers Ronald.
I mean, Ronald hasn't even been part of the marketing in years. From my knowledge.
I know. Why'd they get rid of him? The clown was actually pretty dope. It's like
it was unique.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when they got rid of. It's like when they got rid of like the yellow nature of the thing. It's like gray now or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I'm like, where are the yellow arches? Everything's gray. Why is everything so sad and depressing?
Is that why we're all sad and depressed now?
Because McDonald's
took our arches. They took away the clowns, so we're all sad.
Yeah, we're all sad now.
They took away the joy. Oh my god, that's it. We cracked the code.
It's like, yeah, it's like one of those. It's like that. I can't name. I don't want to name it because it's very specific to where I am. But it's like that buffet place that I talked to you about a couple times. It's like it's not the best, but for what it is, it is amazing value. You know what I mean? Like it's why, like, if you ever come up here, I'm definitely taking you to it because it's also one of those things where I don't see it. That style of buffet, it's Asian takeout, but buffet, which I don't see anywhere else, which I thought was a no-brainer, but apparently that's a very specific thing to hear.
Sometimes we sacrifice quality for value, and I mean, in terms of food, for some people, the value sometimes outweighs the quality because as long as it's edible. And if it's cheap and edible, then most people will get it.
That is one thing I've noticed with the U.S. specifically is that, like, I've heard the McDonald's in the U.S. is like, it's like a coin flip sometimes of like how good it can be. Like sometimes it's actually just awful, or like terrible. Because like at least here, McDonald's, I've never had like bad McDonald's, you know what I mean? It's never been like crazy amazing good, but it's always been McDonald's.
So McDonald's around here is a franchise, and the franchises have to follow the strict cooking guidelines that the clown has put out for them, or whatever the fuck the McDonald's University puts out for them. The problem is some of them don't, or maybe they do it in a manner that's different, because I know consistently there are places I've been to
it's location based.
The fries are either soggier than normal, crunchier than normal, less salt. The McNuggets are far more flavorful or crunchy, or I don't know, just different practices or different ways they make it or prep it that result in a weird different taste. It still has a general taste, but you're like, no, that one has better fries. No, that one has juicier nuggets. That one doesn't water down their Coke. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's weird. It is kind of weird that it's very location based, I feel like, in the US, because at least in Canada where I've been, it's been basically the same everywhere I go. Now that could just be, to be fair, there is less here. Like there's a lot more options in the US. There's just less people here, so there's less things, you know? So it could be that. And to be fair, I haven't been too far around. Though I must say the funniest McDonald's experience is when I ate McDonald's in France. Because I didn't realize it was McDonald's, because they didn't brand... McDonald's, at the time at least, McDonald's branded themselves as something else. Because in France, they hated McDonald's so much that if it was just named McDonald's, no one would go to it. So they just named it something else, and everyone went to it. It's just McDonald's, but it's just not called McDonald's, which is hilarious. That's
just genius That's genius marketing.
That's just good marketing. It's just good marketing and branding. It's just, but it was hilarious. I'm like, oh, it's literally just the name that the people in France didn't like.
They know that they won't argue against a good value and a mediocre taste as long as the value is good. So just change the name, and there you go. I don't care.
Oh, sorry, I'm dying.
Stop dying. It's bad for you.
I'm trying.
But
Yeah, another thing. Okay, so another thing, because the reason I started thinking about this is because my family recently we got KFC and Taco Bell on over the weekend.
I have a question for you about that. Actually, since we were talking about fast food, finish your story, and I gotta ask you if you've heard that news.
I probably have not, but so
Okay.
at least here in Canada, KFC and Taco Bell are like a semi-combined restaurant. At least the ones near, so they have like party deals where you can get both, and that's generally what my family does, just because just because. And one thing I've noticed is that everyone that I know from the U.S. I don't think I've ever asked you this, but a lot of people don't like KFC and they prefer Popeyes, right? And one of the things for me, at least here in Canada, Popeyes and KFC are extremely similar. Like, the only difference for me is like the meal, like the actual meals you can get, like not the bucket deals, right? Not the bucket stuff. I'm talking about like the meal or the sandwiches and stuff. I would say the sandwich stuff is better at Popeyes. But like the actual just chicken itself, it's not that different for me. But to be fair, I am also known to be extremely lenient to all food, because there's very few food that I don't like. So I guess take my opinion with a grain of salt when it comes to like, is something good or not.
I'm under the consensus that most people that Popeyes does taste better than KFC. I don't know what it is. I guess the sauce is slightly better than whatever the 11 herbs and spices that Colonel uses. But I will say this: KFC seems to be the one that does like the craziest things ever, because they have done some of the weirdest combination of stuff.
Oh yeah, like
what they did that
Cheeto?
Yeah, the Cheeto burger, which was like I'm like, the fuck is that? I had to try it. I didn't like it, but I had to try it.
Yeah.
And now they put out some new thing that apparently is going onto the menus. And I thought it was a joke. I actually thought it was a joke.
Oh wait,
no,
I think I saw you tweet about this. Did you tweet about this?
I don't think I tweeted it. I should have, but apparently they're releasing. Basically, it's just chicken with like cheese and pepperoni on top of it, or like maybe
it's pizza.
Sauce on
It's
it,
like pizza, isn't it?
Yeah,
I saw a tweet about
it's just
this.
Their chicken.
Yeah, it's just basically it's pizza, but but instead they're just doing the same thing they did with like the burgers. Instead of bread, it's chicken. The name, that was it, and everyone's like, this is literally just pizza, the chizzer or something like that. I mean, honestly,
it's so stupid, but I'm gonna try it.
That's one of the things about KFC that I just love. It's just like when they released the dating sim, they're down to do anything.
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucking chicken joint is just making all this stuff. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
They're basically saying, they're like like the joke about Nick. It's like the old Nicolas Cage thing of like, he gets a movie pitch and he says yes no matter what. KFC is the Nicolas Cage of that. Some marketing
console.
Some marketing thing walks up and says, "Hey, should we?" And the answer is yes before they even finish the like presentation. Like, they're like, "Yeah, we'll do it." And it's like there's no limits. This company will do anything.
I like the dating game they made now. The Cheetos chicken burger was interesting. Yeah. I'm waiting for the console because I remember they like put out this idea of a concept for a console. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it ever. I don't think that the console thing ever fell through.
Damn.
I think that was like a I think that was more of like a combination joke with the dating sim that they released.
They could have just done it with. They could have done a joke like a PS3 kind of thing where it overheats so much it can fry your chicken.
That would have been good. Though Sony would probably sue. Sony would definitely sue. You would have to be very careful with the legal things about that, but I'm sure they could do something about it. Make a generic have a generic video game console, like make sure it's nothing branded or anything like that, and make it very generic, and then have it like that.
Like, you just have the Colonel introducing the console. We use our secret ingredients, our 11 herbs and spices, and inside we have the engine of a PS3 heating this up. Like,
that would be funny.
well,
A legal nightmare, though. A legal nightmare.
give me 1 second while you go on a rant. Let me
Yeah,
1
okay,
second. I'll be here.
okay. It's time for me to go to rant. Guys, all right. Taco Bell. I don't understand why Taco Bell has this weird reputation of it being like really bad. I don't mind Taco Bell. To be fair, I understand that their best market, Taco Bell's like best market is like 3 a.m. For undisclosed reasons. Because I think Taco Bell is fine. I mean, let me put it this way. Taco Bell, it's not actually tacos. Like, it's not authentic tacos. But it's not bad. And, it's also, to be fair, as well, I also have the thing of where my family, we get KFC with Taco Bell. So I'm not only eating Taco Bell. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think I've had just Taco Bell. And I'm also never really dived into the other styles of tacos they do. Because I've really only done...
taco?
Actually, my brother got that literally got it this weekend. I didn't try it because he was going to try it. But
I want their chicken nuggets. I know they're making them. I know that they've released them. I know they're coming out in the stores nationwide. I want to try them nuggets.
I didn't even know they sold chicken nuggets, honestly.
They recently announced that they're like we're gonna start rolling out chicken nuggets for Taco Bell nationwide. I'm like, yes, I want to try.
Interesting. I mean, it's like I said, because of the KFC Taco Bell combination stuff that my family gets, I've really only ever really had the soft tacos and the hard regular tacos. That's pretty much the only Taco Bell I've ever had. So it's one of those things where like I've never had any of the fancier tacos or anything like that from Taco Bell, because
just waiting for the day someone just combines pizza chicken taco or something. I'm waiting. Like, honestly, it's gonna be KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
That already kind of exist? Like, not directly,
Taco pizza.
Taco pizza kind of already exists though.
Yeah,
like, isn't that just
need chicken on it? Just need KFC.
I guess so.
Them good old 11 herbs and spice. Sorry, I've been watching. I watched Meat Canyon the other day. He had his rendition of the Colonel, and I just can't get that southern drawl voice out of my head. No.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Okay.
I don't know why I say this. I'll say this. When we're talking about like back to like McDonald's.
McDonald's, okay.
I only like the nuggets. The fries are bleh. The fries I actually really like are Burger King fries.
Really?
It's really good.
That's the opposite for me. I prefer McDonald's fries over Burger King fries. But that's also because at least here in Canada, the fries you basically need to drink water while you they're so salted. There's so much salt on McDonald's fries here that they taste amazing. But man, there's just so much salt on it. They're like heavily salted here.
Are you... The fact that you need to unsalt your fries is a worrying, kind of concerning.
No, I was mostly kidding. Like that was the joke. Like, you don't need to, but they're very salted.
Oh my god! But I always did like. Well, one, I also like getting the chicken fries. Those from Burger King. I freaking enjoy those. So good. And see, other than that, like, I don't know. For me, it was always like Burger King. Either like Checkers. No, not Checkers or Rally. I used to like those, but man, the ones I've been to just make them super greasy, and I'm just like, I don't want so much grease on my fries.
Yeah, that's another problem I have with a lot of.
Just reminded of that one Simpsons episode where they're like, "Here, just check and see if it's greasy." Like, puts it, rubs it on the wall, and you just see the wall is see-through because it's that much grease.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like every fast food I go to now makes me feel like, oh, I need to just like.
I mean,
squeeze out.
This is me with me saying that I also don't eat fast food very often anymore. Like, it's very rare.
But you're a VTuber. You should be eating unhealthy and fast food all the time. How could you?
I mean,
betrayer.
But my dad cooks for me.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've gotten on this. Okay, I'm gonna ask another question that's 100% a bait question, but I find it funny.
Fine.
So, Alchem, do you have faith in humanity? I promise you, this links up to food. Now, answer my question, Alchem.
It's like microphone gets like really up close to me. I was like, oh, well, what do you have to say? Okay, my general answer is no, but there's a but there. But
yeah, there's an asterisk. There's an asterisk.
There's an asterisk. Yeah.
So my faith in humanity has been permanently shaken because of TikTok and the food side of TikTok. The more I watch of the food side of TikTok, the more depressed I get. And what triggered this is I'm not gonna say anything, we don't want to get too critical here, but there's a certain type of person that I just don't think understands what cooking means. So, and it's this, like, it's all these fake healthy people that I just think that they're trying, I desperately hope it's them trying to bait people into getting angry for more impressions, Like, I really hope that it's them baiting people. But the fact that I'm like, that's the only thing keeping it together, because I'm like, okay, it has to be them baiting people to make people angry so they get more clicks. It has to be, because they can't be this dumb. So what really triggered this for me is this woman, right? And she's like, frying food is too unhealthy, and there's too much splatter and everything. And it's like, okay, I'm like, yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Like, there's a lot of splatter, that's why there's like splatter protections and stuff exists. And then she says something that I literally paused the video and put my phone down and just stared at the ceiling for like a good 30 seconds. She says, so I replaced the oil with water to fry it with water. And I just said, I put my phone down, paused the video, and just looked at the ceiling. And said to myself, you replaced the oil
That's exactly what I was
with water. And I said, so you mean you were boiling it? You don't fry with water, you're boiling the chicken.
Lady, you're not frying.
You're not frying. And then, like, I looked at the chicken. The chicken is not seasoned at all. So the only seasoning was the oil itself. So she's eating the most dude bro chicken you've ever seen. Like, it's like weight loss chicken, because it's like only boiled.
Lady, you're not frying chicken, you're boiling. Sorry.
And I was like, I was like, oh god, I really hope this is a bait video, because man, I'm so sad, and I've like lost all faith. There's another one that constantly gets me. It's I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's a person trying to show a cooking hack of how to flip a grilled cheese. And they flip the pan instead of they have the spatula and they flip the pan, so they flip it. Like, they put the pan, they put the spatula on top of the grilled cheese, and then they flip the pan so they can easily flip it so they don't have to fight it. And one of my biggest things is, like, why is your pan so dry that you can do that and the pan doesn't spill all the stuff out? Like, how are you making grilled cheese with zero pan stuff in it? Like, how is it so dry that there's nothing spilling? Like, are you people just making grilled cheese and then just like doing like frying it so long that there's nothing in the pan that you can do this.
I gotta think it's a bait.
It has to. I mean, that one is definitely that one is definitely a bait because like there's no way that pan is so dry that you can do that. But the water one just killed me. The water one killed me, Alchem. I lost faith in humanity. I lost it. All faith was gone. Like I was like, oh my god, this is why everyone thinks eating out is the way to go because everyone sucks at cooking.
I mean, I have to think there's some of these are baits, but then again, I see
some of them
videos
are
people,
baits.
I see people who do the dumbest things, and they think it's normal. I think it's normal. Yeah. I've seen a cooking video where this lady took 2 bags of Lay's chips, 1 barbecue, and 1 sour cream and onion, or I don't know what it was. I think it was sour cream and onion.
Yeah.
And she cuts a hole open, like she takes a knife and cuts a hole down the middle of each of them. Proceeds to put barbecue sauce in the barbecue chips and ranch sauce into the ranch bags.
Okay.
And then puts just uncooked chicken in it. And then just like mixes it all in, so then the chicken gets basically covered in a layer of Lay's, and then just bakes it like that. And then she proceeds to eat that shit. And then she just like does this like before and after, like puts it in the oven, takes it out, has the chicken covered in barbecue Lay's, and then just takes a bite and just smiles at the camera and thumbs up. And I'm like, oh that looks so wrong.
I mean, that's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing that I've seen.
No, it's like the cooking,
the cooking side of the frying water thing killed me. I was so sad when I watched that video. I was like, I was so sad. I was like, oh my god.
We've gone backwards. We've regressed.
We've gone backwards. This is too far.
We're frying water, my guy. We're done.
Oh my god.
I love the videos that I've seen where people are reacting to the videos and they're losing. They're screaming, they're yelling, they're telling you you're not frying chicken, you're boiling it.
You're boiling chicken. That's all you're doing. And where's any of the seasoning? I mean, I think the biggest thing is like the chicken. There's nothing on it. There is nothing on the chicken. It's like
no.
Like not even salt and pepper, guys. Like, come on. I don't think I'm that good of a cook, but like I at least attempt to season things. Like I'll admit, I am not like I don't think I'm an amazing cook, but I at least try. Because the only time I cook is when I'm out with my friends and we're doing like camping and like stuff like that. So to be fair, and as well, we don't generally have a kitchen. We're cooking over a fire or like doing camping stuff. So there isn't too much we can do. But like, we at least season stuff. But it killed me. I died. I died IRL. I'm actually dead. I'm actually in heaven. I've died.
Yeah, you're in this is purgatory.
This is purgatory.
It's just we all perished in 2020 when COVID wiped all of humanity out. It's just that
this is purgatory.
Influx of souls that this is purgatory. That's it. That's what happened.
This is just this is torture.
We live in an era where I'll say that we live in an era where cloud has now become not tangible, but it's become a currency, or at least an addictive substance that people need because some people do the stupidest things for attention and clout, and one of them is make horrible Frankenstein concoctions on cooking things. Yeah,
it's just one of those. I think another one I saw it was another one. It was another chicken thing. Funny enough, but it's someone. They're frying chicken. They're actually frying it. There's no water. They're frying chicken.
Oh, thank God.
And they're frying it, and he's saying, okay, so now that this is golden brown, and then the video pauses. The chicken's raw still, basically. Like, it's just barely not pink. And like, all the comments, and the guy, I can't remember what the guy is saying, like, it's this black guy that just yells over these videos. He has like a little drawing of himself. It's like not a good drawing. It's like on purposely bad drawing. I think so. I
Camera
think
head?
it's like a
Yeah, I
camera
think I
head. Yeah, I
understand
think
that.
it's that guy. It's that guy, and
Yeah,
he's
he's
like,
the one who reacted to the ice to the frying water thing.
yeah,
I
to the
saw
frying
his
water.
video
That's
of that.
that. Yeah, I've seen most of
love
this
that one.
stuff through him.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's not like this is like the stage beside Raw. Like, what is golden brown about this?
You don't chicken and steak. You can't eat raw chicken. You can't eat rare chicken.
I mean, there are arguments. There are arguments nowadays that the chicken that we have and produce, the like salmonella stuff, there is definitely less chance of it. It's still not good to do it. You know, you still shouldn't. But technically, it's not nearly as bad as everyone says or everyone thinks. But that doesn't mean you should do it. Like, I mean, like rare chicken became like a trend for a while, and like it's proven, yeah, we could technically eat rare chicken every once in a while and be fine because like the technology has gone to the point of where, yeah, the way we breed chickens and the way we cook it still, and like even rare, it's not incredibly terrible. It's still really risky though. It's still incredibly risky though. Still.
See, the thing is, the way we raised and prepared and basically just have chicken prepped may make the chance of getting salmonella very rare or harder. That doesn't mean your body's gonna resist it if you on that rare chance do get it. Salmonella will still mess you up.
I mean, even then, then you get the point of you're still eating raw meat. There's still like 10 different things you can get with raw meat that's not that. Like, there's still a lot of things. Like, I mean, even arguably steak is. It's why they make you like sign a thing if you want blue steak. Like, it's why you have to make you sign a thing, because like this is the extremely rare steak is called blue steak.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I'm never eating it, but I know what it's called. They basically just fry it for like less than a minute. They cook it for like less than a minute. It's basically raw.
This is why I always just ask for my steak just well done, please.
I don't even bother buying steak. Like, I don't eat steak too much anymore, unless it's made by my dad.
I just like, if I have to make it, I make sure it's crispy. I open that bitch up. I check inside. Is it brown? No. Is it at least like, not showing pink, please?
See, I don't mind for steak specifically. I don't mind pink. For steak specifically, I don't mind a little pink. But any other thing, no. That is cooked well, very well. Because I mean, but I'm also a thing where like, steak is so expensive that I want it to be medium, but I also don't like steak enough to need to take out a mortgage to buy it, so I don't.
I gotcha.
It's just like my family goes to this steakhouse every once in a while because my aunt really likes it, and man, every time I'm there, I'm like, man, this is so like, if it wasn't for the fact that it was a family get together, and like, it's like it's being paid for, like, man, this is so crazy expensive for what it is.
I just don't want my meat to bleed when I eat it.
I mean, I think you just shouldn't eat steak if you're under that thing. I just think you should be getting not steak.
But steak is good. It tastes good.
I mean, hey, if you liked well done steak and you prefer that way, that's what you want. I just think it's too expensive to cook it like that. I just prefer other things.
It's like, man, it's like, how do you want it well done? Fry that bitch, make it brown. I want it. I want the flavors cooked in. If you don't know how to cook flavor into the meat, you're not a chef. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Yes, I have expensive tastes.
I just don't want the steak to moo at me.
Yeah, that me either. If it like still has a heartbeat, I can see it's still trying to leave my plate.
It's still trying to moo at me.
Yeah, if I look at it and I suddenly get like a anime-esque flashback of their childhood, I don't want it. No, thank you. But I just prefer my meat a certain way. That's why I go to fast food place. I'm kidding. Look, he brought it back around.
I mean, to be fair, fast food is barely meat. So I mean, like, it's
barely food.
It's just barely.
No, it's just the bare minimum. It's like for the U.S. It's like the standard minimum of what is considered food, and the rest of it is like nutrients and filler.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Well, actually, at least here, most of that meat is actually meat, but that's just because I think there's a deal with farmers here. Like McDonald's constantly talks about how all their meat is locally produced here. It's like 100% locally produced beef. So it's a big thing here, at least.
Yeah.
And stuff like A&W here also has a lot of, like, all their meat is 100%.
I forgot that A&W exists. There used to be one around here, but I just don't remember where.
That's because A&W is a Canadian thing. That's why. So it's mostly just in Canada.
I gotta go find one, hunt them down. And again, I'm just.
They had the A&W has this really big thing of where they're expanding quite aggressively here. I get ads for A&W all the time.
They're your McDonald's, aren't they?
No,
they're the McDonald's of Canada.
They're not expanding like that. The thing about A&W for me that's crazy is they're kind of fighting Tim Hortons because they've started coffee and stuff like that. So they're starting to fight Tim Hortons and Starbucks, and I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna win that, guys. I don't know if you're gonna win that here.
Even me, being a non-Canadian, already knows that Tim Hortons is basically the coffee of Canada. You kind of just don't mess with them.
Even after they changed the recipe, so it's kind of bad now. Everyone still goes there.
Yeah, everyone still goes there because where else are you gonna go? Like,
the thing with at least coffee shops here is in Canada specifically, Starbucks is expensive. I don't know if it's expensive in the US or not, but Starbucks is really expensive in Canada.
Oh no, it's expensive here too.
So like, it's just like, do you want a coffee that less than $5? You go to Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only place you can go to. And to be fair, I honestly say, like, I don't think I know a lot of people. Burger King bought. I don't know if you know this, Alchem, but Burger King bought Tim Hortons. So Burger King owns Tim Hortons now, and when they did that, the most hilarious thing is they changed the recipe for the coffee, right? So that means the original recipe.
That's where people were okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the original recipe went up for sale, and do you know who bought it?
McDonald's.
McDonald's bought the original Tim Hortons coffee recipe.
I didn't even need to know.
McCafe in Canada uses the Tim Hortons original recipe. It's so funny.
So Burger King bought the face, and McDonald's bought the soul.
Yeah, basically.
Jeez.
So now McCafe has the Tim Hortons recipe for coffee. And Burger King and now Tim Hortons has a different recipe. And honestly, in my opinion, the new recipe, as someone who isn't like super diehard, like the new recipe is fine. I think it's fine. It's just, to me, it's like, why would you give that up? I just don't understand why they gave it up. It might have been a spending thing, but I don't know. It was interesting to me that they decided to give it up.
So weird.
Also, this is also with an asterisk of my information. I haven't looked up or researched this in a long time, so this is all like 10 years out of date. But that's the last time last time I really researched this, because I know McCafe had a huge push in Canada to fight Tim Hortons, and I don't want the McDonald's overlords everywhere here in Canada. I like Tim Hortons personally. I think if you go to Canada, that's another. I mean, to be fair, if you are coming to Canada, you're obviously going to Tim Hortons with me at some point. Obviously, it's a pilgrimage almost here in Canada. You have to go to the Tim Hortons pilgrimage if you visit Canada. You must.
As long as you actually get drunk one time, I want to see a drunk jelly one time.
I mean, I'm okay. The problem is I don't like the taste of alcohol. That's the main reason I've never been drunk before. It's not that I'm like super against it.
We'll mix it and find a.
We just have to find something I like. That's the thing.
Bar crawl. Let's go.
There isn't a lot of bars, honestly.
No, I'm kidding. There's no bars around here anymore. There's no such thing
as bar
crawl anymore.
Look, they've all been replaced by a certain shop, but the problem is we're live on Twitch, so we can't talk about what shop they are. But let's just say 420 Blaze It. All the bars have been replaced by a certain type of shop.
Damn. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie though. All this talk about fast foods or foods in general make me freaking hungry. But
Sorry, it's because I was thinking
I'm
about
not. Yeah, no, you're fine. Hilariously, I don't really get fast food that much, except for like when I really, really,
Oh, yeah,
really
same,
need to, or
honestly.
like in a rush. That's why I either rarely get chicken nuggets, only when I really, really fucking need to.
Yeah.
Usually, I try to go for either something I can make, or if I can, I just go for something cheap, like
Yeah.
store-bought chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah,
Or
the thing about fast food for me is I prefer like the frozen section of grocery stores over like fast food most of the time. And they're either cheaper or just like they cost just as much. And generally you get more in my opinion. At least for,
oh no,
for,
you definitely get more.
especially for like chicken nuggets and stuff. Like you definitely get more in those boxes.
Yeah, hilariously, my mom used to take me all the time when we were shopping. She gets her Costco membership, so she usually gets
My
those
parents.
big bulk packages of stuff that last you forever. And me, when I moved out and moved in with a roommate, I still had that habit of going to Costco. So I go to Costco, I get myself what I think is a nice supply for me, not realizing Costco sells in bulk, so you get a lot more.
Oh, you get tons more.
I come back, I have all my stuff. I'm like, this is all gonna last me way too long. I actually have to start getting rid of some of this stuff. So I'm just cooking myself stuff. For example, I cook myself spaghetti, and I barely got through half of that when I cooked. I actually cooked a lot more than I needed to, but I didn't even make a dent into what I bought. That thing lasted me a week. So I had basically a week of spaghetti for lunch and dinner constantly, and it's just.
I mean, that's another thing about me is like, so one funny thing about me is that I would be totally fine with that, eating the same thing over and over again. A funny story for me is like, so you know the I can't remember what the diet's called, but it's basically like a dude bro workout diet where you eat nothing but chicken, rice, and broccoli. Because it's like supposed to it's like lean and it's a diet thing where you're supposed to lose weight and gain muscle. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do this, and we're gonna do it. I gained weight during that because 3 of my more favorite foods is chicken, rice, and broccoli. So I ate so much of it every day that I gained weight. And for most people, when I talk about that diet, it's like, oh, that sounds so boring. And I was like, I was literally in heaven. Like, I ate that every day, and I was like, man, this is great. I'm going to eat more. And I just did all the time, and I gained weight. So I had to stop doing it because I was eating too much. And I was like, oh, damn, unlucky.
A normal person is just like, chicken, rice, and broccoli. Meanwhile, Joe's like, my favorite.
My favorite. Oh. It literally got to a point where I'm like, damn, I've gained 10 pounds since I've done this diet because I just eat so much of it. Unlucky.
Yeah, I am. I'm just like, I'm not a fast food person. I mostly like going, if I ever get the chance, if I ever have if I ever have the chance and money's no object, I usually like going to certain places that serve unique stuff or fun, interesting things. Like, I do like going to places where you can dine in. I recently found some cool places like those little like hot pot places where they have that little bowl and they put either soup broth or sauce or something. And you can just ask them to dump more stuff in there and more stuff in there and more stuff in there, and as long as you eat the majority of it and not just leave an entire thing so like full of it.
Yeah.
I actually love those. Just the only problem is sometimes, like, say you they had this cool little thing where they could split it in half. So in case you're with a party, and you could get your thing, they could get their thing. Problem is, I was with some friends. They got the super spicy thing, and me and a couple others got this normal thing.
Yeah.
And they dumped so much in theirs that it started to overflow. And the second they started to stir it, it flowed over into our soup broth. And so the rest of that moment, everything from the soup broth was just spicy as hell. And I was just like, you ruined it. It was delicious, but you ruined it. Like always. Yeah. This is why normally if I ever go to a hot pot place, I'm like, yeah, no, I want the individual ones. Please give me the individual ones. Yeah.
One of the more interesting things, my friends and I here went to a sushi place, And my friend group, okay, I'm going to tell you the distribution of my friend group, right? So we all met in high school, right? But so two of us, okay, wait, let me think. I'm part Asian, right? I'm half Asian, half white.
You are.
Yep. My other friend is full Asian. My other white friend has an Asian wife. So, you know, he's an honorary Asian, as we call him. And my other friends, and my three other friends are white, right? So when we go to, but they're very, you know, when we all go to places, they're like, hey, we want to eat something that we wouldn't normally eat. So we're like, okay, we'll go to a sushi place because, you know, while some of them like sushi, they don't get sushi very often. So we're like, okay, let's get sushi. And we went to this sushi place and we're like, okay, we're going to try these things. Like I've also taken, do you know what dim sum is?
Yes.
Yeah, we've taken them to dim sum before and like I said, they like it. The spicy stuff, not really. But, you know, if it's just more regular dim sum or sushi stuff. But one of the funniest things is, so one of the things on the order is, it was like a sushi, platter, where it's like kind of like the best hits type of deal, you know? But the thing is, it came on this very fancy boat. Instead of a plate, it came on a boat. It came on like a wooden boat ship thing, and it's supposed to be like for a party, and we're like, we have to get this, and it was awesome. It was like a full on boat thing, and all the sushi was on top of the boat in different places, and the different sushi was on different places of the boat.
It just sounds like awesome presentation for.
Oh no, it was a great presentation, and it was actually pretty. Like it wasn't like. It was slightly more. It was slightly more. In terms of price, but like it wasn't a rip off, you know what I mean?
And then you tried it and you're just like bleh.
Oh no, I like most sushi. I like most sushi.
And here's me who's like, I don't really like any fish. I'm not a sushi person.
I mean, there's sushi that has no fish in it.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Wait, does it have seafood in it?
No.
That's a thing?
There's sushi that doesn't have any fish in it. There's some people that would argue that it isn't sushi, but like in a broad sense, it's that's still a thing. Yeah. There's things I mean like the California roll is there's no fish in that. It's avocado.
Oh no! There you go. You sold. Yeah, I almost was about to be like, oh my god, I could have had a California roll into it, but then you said avocado. I'm like, oh
okay. I mean, there's okay. So I guess it depends on how far stretched you do the definition of sushi is, because there is technically like chicken sushi as well now.
Which I gotta try.
And basically, it's just, instead of fish, it's chicken.
That's all I gotta try.
Cooked chicken. I must say, not raw chicken.
I am discovering new things today.
Oh, I guess now that I think about it, the California roll has. Do you like fake seafood? No. Like it's imitation crab in the California roll.
I don't like the normal. I don't like the normal thing. Why would
it doesn't taste like fish or crab. Like it tastes,
and it's not imitation.
Well, it's supposed to be like the same. Okay,
sure.
I don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't think it tastes the same, but some people think it tastes the same. But yeah, I'm also coming from the point. I'm coming from the point of where I don't mind the taste of either. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sushi that has zero raw fish in it.
I'm not a fish person. Anything.
I mean, there's basically if you go to a seafood restaurant or of any kind of anything that's worth their salt, they'll have like a vegetarian section where there's no fish.
Oh, shove that squid right back in your face.
I'm not a huge fan of squid, honestly.
Lobster tail, I will slap you with it.
Do you know the problem? The problem I have with lobster tails and stuff like that is that it's so much work for so little food. Because generally in those places you have to get it out yourself, like the meat out yourself, and I'm just like, dude, I came here to eat, not came here to work out. Trying to crack these legs.
All I remember is one time I went with family when we were at the beach, and they're like, I was kind of like being pulled into this one stupid crap joint with family. Like, it was a bunch of my uncles and some cousins, and I'm like, guys, I don't want to go. I'd rather just stay at home and just like munch on whatever we have at home. Like, come on, let's go. I'm like, why do you guys want me? I'm not, like, they're pushing me like I'm the life of the thing. And so, like, all I remember is just like, I go in, it reeks of just fish, crab.
I mean, it's a crab place, so what do you expect?
Yeah, I know, and I couldn't. I was like, sure, go on ahead. I slowly creep out of there, and I go to like one of the arcades around there for a while. Yeah. And then when they're back, or then when they're like getting out, I'm like, hey, yeah, it was good, it was great. I just tried to sneak out. Of course, like most of them knew I'd left already, but no, crab, seafood, shellfish, all that, don't mix with me. No thanks.
Yeah, one of my IRL unfortunately really enjoys shellfish and stuff like that, but they recently found out they're now allergic to it. They've developed an allergy towards it, which really sucks. So now we have to make sure they don't eat it because we don't want them to die. So yeah, it's like one of my other friends that are they're really I've never really had Five Guys. Because one of my friends is is very allergic to nuts, extremely allergic to nuts.
There's so many jokes here.
Yes, they're the one with the wife, so I mean, but yeah, so a lot of my outings with IRL friends have been thwarted through that because they're allergic to nuts.
All right, I see. Sorry, just something about can't handle Five Guys. I'm like,
Oh no. I mean, to be fair, they were by at one point. I think they can handle Five Guys. I'll be real.
Oh my lord.
Out of all my friends, I think he's one of them that definitely could.
I can't handle Five Guys. You mean the food place, right? You mean the food place, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, Alchem.
We were talking about food, but nah. Let's see. Of all the places, like like I said, I ranked. I'll admit with you, like, well, most fast food I kind of consider mid. At this point, I actually just like
it's all pretty much all mid.
Like a single independent burger joint can outshine any of those places.
Oh yeah. If it's a franchised place, it's mid. Because you don't get, unfortunately, you don't get to be a huge franchise by spending tons of money on being unique. Because that's why whenever you go places like local places are better. Well, yeah, because they don't have the money, like the stuff they're doing. You can't make a crazy huge successful business out of it because it costs too much.
Yeah. You can't anymore, considering that it's been oversaturated with McDonald's, Burger King, all the ones that are currently up and running. Yeah. You can make a very unique burger joint with tasty food, but
the problem is you can't go past that.
You can't grow fast because you will never expand because there's already a burger joint here. Yeah. Their food may be mid, but they're there, and you're way over here. You may have a small little group of gathering of people who actually...
Yeah, you can have a local successful business.
Yeah, you can have a local success, but if you ever want to grow, you have to expand, and the problem is getting people... Like, say you did manage to open it to another place, to draw a new crowd from that area is going to be hard.
Yeah. Well, it's also one of those things where you're fighting... If you're trying to fight by being unique also generally means being more expensive.
True. How are you gonna fight something with uniqueness when one of the fast food joints representatives is a goddamn clown? Can you? What can you do?
It's hard. It's hard to do it.
I mean, one of them is a literal like king that kind of just sneaks up on you and gives you a burger. Yeah. I still love that game though. I love the Sneak King game.
Yeah, I've seen that
but
game.
I like it.
It's a funny game. It's a funny game.
But other than that, no, my stance on Taco Bell is it's not actual taco. It's just like
I mean,
it's
it's
gimmicky
good.
taco.
It's good, but it's not no one with a
It's not
reasonable
actual
sense
taco.
of what tacos are will say Taco Bell is
No.
actually tacos.
It's just
But for what
gimmicky
it
taco.
for what it is, it's good,
Mhm.
or like it's fine, like it's not bad. But yeah, no reasonable person that likes tacos or like the actual cuisine of tacos will say Taco Bell is a good representation of it. No one thinks that. No one reasonable thinks that. Maybe TikTok thinks that, but they're not reasonable. You know?
All I know is as long as they keep putting out really goofy foods, I will try it. I remember. Oh my god, I forgot. I just remembered KFC did the chicken donut sandwich.
The chicken donut sandwich, yeah.
I forgot.
KFC does so many
forgot
weird
that.
things, man. They do all the weird
Yeah.
things.
I really do. I'm waiting for the cheesa. I want the cheesa. I want to try it. And just be like,
I wonder if that's US only.
it looks like. I mean, honestly,
It's probably US
anything
only.
if it looks like it could kill you or make your arm suddenly go numb, it's US.
Yeah, it's definitely the US. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
you guys are the ones that did the fried butter thing. Which, when I found out when I found out that
we
was a
did
thing,
fried water. What are you talking? We
Yeah.
fried everything.
you fry everything, including water.
Water, it's so stupid.
The one thing that so there was this festival that was held here. Unfortunately, you have to pay to get in now, so I haven't been there in years because for some reason there's now a ticket you have to buy. Before you could just walk in. Now you have to buy it, which is dumb. So I don't go there anymore. But the one thing that they did was I think it was a fried Twinkie. And it was like the American thing, right? It was like, oh, this is the American stand, and they're frying Twinkies and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'll try this. And I don't get it. I had to wash my face 5 billion times to get all the grease off. Like, it wasn't that bad. It was fine. Like, it tasted like a fried Twinkie. But like, was it worth the 5 years that I lost because I ate that? I don't think so, guys. I don't think it was worth it.
I had a fried Oreo one time. Same experience. I was like, this just tastes like an Oreo, just a little fried, just fried and bigger than normal.
Like, was
it's
it
just
worth?
That now I have to wipe my hands and feel dirty.
You just have to wipe the 10 years of grease that was just applied to you.
Like the grease and the shame off me.
Yeah. One of the things from the festival, it was a rib festival that was hosted every year that I really enjoyed. And one of them, funny enough, one of the favorite things from there is they had a waffle ice cream sandwich that they also sold with the ribs. It was great. It was probably one of the best things.
Just remembering, like, there's all these funny things I ever tried. The funny, like, some of the best tasting food I've ever had was just because I was stupid and wanted to mix things. So I guess now I understand why KFC's onto it.
Oh yeah.
Like this one place I went to with some friends.
Yeah.
They I think it was a Red Robin's or something, where they give you like endless potato or what is it called? The big fries. I forget what they're called. Wedge fries or something like that. And I got myself a milkshake, and one of my friends just. No hesitation. I don't know how they got this idea. Just grabs a fry and dips the fry into the milkshake.
Yeah.
And then just proceeds to eat that shit. I looked at them. I'm like,
I mean, that's not.
I looked
That's
at them
not
like
that
they broke
weird.
the law.
Really?
You've never? That was weird.
Really? That's not that weird. But I'm also.
Yeah.
I guess that's also the thing where I went to Europe in high school, so like I saw like mayonnaise is the normal. Is like the regular like real fat mayonnaise is like their dipping things for fries, which I actually prefer over ketchup. But that's also because I'm not a huge fan of ketchup.
Yeah.
I think it's just sugar. So.
But I will say this: I looked at them like they were crazy. Like, this is not how you're supposed to eat food like this. But then I tried it and actually turned out, holy shit! This is a combo I never knew.
You've been missing out.
Yeah, apparently I didn't realize. I was like, my friend, I am wrong. You have so much to teach me, apparently.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, okay, if it looks weird, if it looks wrong, if it looks like you shouldn't combine food, fuck it, combine it. I mean, just do it. You never know.
I'm under the the firm philosophy of try it once. You know, if you don't know, if as long as you know, I mean, okay, there's exceptions to that, like allergies and stuff like that, obviously. But like as long as everything, as long as it's safe, I'll try it once. You know?
Oh man!
Like I can eat lava once.
Man, my brain went somewhere wrong with that one. I was like,
what?
Try once.
Oh my God, Alchem. I don't know.
I'm also. I'm not gonna go into detail.
I'm also under the impression of like the best spice is hunger, because I will tell you, the two best meals I've ever had in my life is, once again, I don't know why I'm mentioning this so many times, but when I was in France, it was a school trip right through France. It was a cool trip through France, so like they were providing the dinners. And let me
to France on a school. Hold up.
I went to France on a school trip. It was visiting all the Canadian battlefields in World War I and World War II. So we were visiting
France?
In France and Belgium. So we went to Juno Beach, went to a bunch of the museums, looked at a bunch of stuff for like just the Canadian battlefields. Basically, I grabbed sand from Juno Beach, which is where the Canadian soldiers dropped off. But yeah, so during that trip, like I said, the school was providing the French the dinner. It was breakfast and dinner they were providing, and holy cow, let me tell you guys, look, we're not nearly as bad when it comes to America in Canada, but our portion size is definitely bigger than Europe.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
I was starving during this trip constantly because the dinner selection was European. Like they were trying to do like, since it was a school trip, it was supposed to be educational, right? So it's like more traditional French stuff. So it was French portion size. I was so hungry. It was insane. So the best meal I ever had in France was after one of these dinners. I was starving, and I found this.
If you say McDonald's.
No, it wasn't. It was a hot dog stand in France, and it wasn't like regular hot dogs. It was like hot dogs, and it was like almost like really fancy French style corn dogs, but it was like full foot long style. It was basically a hot dog inside of a bun with just tons of cheese and stuff on it, and it was the best thing I've ever had because I was so hungry. It's the best thing I've ever had. I can never eat it again because obviously it will not be that good, because it'll be okay at best, I guarantee it. But it was the best thing I've ever had because I was so hungry.
I mean, you're right. Hunger is one of the best spices.
It's just like the second best meal I've ever had in my life is, you know, the canned pasta zoodles?
I've heard of them, but no, I've never had them myself.
Yeah, it's basically like alphagetti, basically, or like those style of things. I had my wisdom teeth taken out when I was a teenager. And so I couldn't eat solid food after, obviously. So the first meal I had that I could eat solid food was that can of zoodles. And it was the best can of pasta I've ever had in my life. After eating nothing but like the replacement meals, drinking the replacement meals, because that was the only thing I could eat. So those two things, I'm like, damn, those are the best meals I ever had.
I'm not gonna lie, you're right, and it's true because I've had the moment where there was one job that I had where at the end of the year they had this giant feast kind of thing where they take us to this one restaurant where they just have like endless meat that keeps coming to you, and our boss was basically saying, "We're going there. Starve yourself because you will be able to eat as much as you can there, and they won't stop until you tell them no." And I was like, you know what? I've never been there. Sounds cool.
All you can eat.
And I starved myself, and I ate like a king, and everything tasted amazing.
Yeah.
I went there before or afterwards with some friends. Didn't taste so good that time, but then again, it was because I didn't starve myself.
Yeah.
I attribute it to that.
Oh yeah. Like, the hungrier you are, the tastier it is.
Just don't go shopping while you're hungry, guys. I know this.
Oh yeah.
I know this for a fact.
Do
not go shopping.
Do not go grocery shopping when you're hungry. That's a bad idea.
That's like a really bad.
That's like number one bad thing to do.
That is how you come back home with like a shopping cart bill over $100 and food that will not really feed you at all and will just last you maybe a couple.
Did you just say not over $100? I'm sad. I'm crying. I'm crying in Canada right now.
What? I've even seen like a post or a video, or not a video, but like a picture of someone saying, like, I paid over $100-something for all this, and this ain't enough. I'm seeing like candy, cookies, chips, and I'm like, you were shopping hungry. You weren't shopping for food. You were shopping hungry.
No, I'm just saying, at least for my family, our grocery bills are generally a couple $100. But that's also because we're buying for my family. Obviously, it's not individual.
Yeah, you're buying for like 4 or 5 people.
Family of 4.
Like when I was alone, my shopping bill usually encroached near 100.
Yeah,
and only if I need to buy something important. Yeah.
Like when I do my camping trips and stuff with my friends, it's shopping for 6 guys, and our bills generally are around 300-ish, mid 300s. Which, for 6 guys isn't too bad.
Yeah, no, I know you can handle your 5 guys. Well, no, you can't.
Well,
so you can't handle 5 guys, but 6 guys, perfectly fine.
No, 6 guys is perfectly fine. That's the perfect number, in my opinion.
I don't know.
6 guys is.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, though, like. For me, like I said, when it comes to fast foods, I just still think they're all mid.
Oh yeah, pretty
Honestly,
much.
They're all mid. They're all just emergency food. When you're like, no option, no nothing, go.
To me, it's more of a sad state when people think like fast food is like the best. It's like, I think you guys just haven't had good food.
Well, I mean
that, or it's.
That because there's a Chinese place that I know that's pretty good and only like $10.
I mean, I'm not talking like yeah. I mean, yeah, things can be like really good. I mean, to be fair though, Alchem, I would say Asian takeout it's different. Is that fast food? Do you think that's fast food?
No, but it's cheaper and I like.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's my thing. Like the thing is like that. I don't consider like those styles of places. Like I don't think that's fast food. The most fast food out of all of them, I think, in at least an American sense, is probably Panda Express. But that's Panda Express doesn't exist in Canada. At least not. I've never really seen one here. But there's a lot of that style of places. But in at least here where I am, all those style places are great.
I just like it. Well, the only reason I even like it is because there's one place I know near my house where it's Chinese food, but it's like a buffet style serving.
Yeah.
You can't eat in anymore because COVID kind of killed that.
Yeah.
So you just go in with your little box, shove as much as you can in there. Their rule is if you can close the lid and it stays shut, it's like $10, which is not bad because you're
that's pretty good.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So what I proceed to do is fill it up with like any of the the traditional filling stuff like rice or noodles, usually noodles. Then shove it with a bunch of meat and maybe some fries, maybe some chicken, and then usually it looks like it's overflowing, but a couple of like presses, crunches, and a couple of elbows. I shit you not. Normally I have people staring at me like as I kind of like stuff everything down and shove it in.
Yeah.
And I'm just like trying my hardest to close it so the lid stays shut and it doesn't like pry open. And thankfully I've not been like charged the open box price in ever, which I'm so happy for. So I get a super full amount for $10 and I'm happy.
Nice.
And I don't have to pay.
You're
so much McDonald's.
And you get more food.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a problem of sometimes like the Asian style fast food stuff. The food just goes right through you. Like you're so hungry. You're hungry after like a couple hours sometimes. Depending, it depends on what it is though. That depends on what you're talking about.
I just ate some before this stream, and after this, I'm going straight to the can. I have no idea which doesn't shoot right through. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, look, I guess the grease just makes it go through you faster.
Yeah, and it's also not very good for you. But I mean, you're not going there to be healthy, so.
No, I'm just going there for a meal for a while. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, another thing is like it also depends on what you're eating as well, because
True.
there are healthier options. It's just no one chooses it.
I will not deny or admit that I put a dump load of soy sauce on my Chinese food.
Yep.
So,
I mean, okay, so I heard you say something at the beginning there, and I think I'm gonna have to fight you for it. So you're a noodles over rice person?
I can mix them. So honestly, look, hey,
because I prefer. I'm also joking. I'm not gonna fight you for it. I don't actually care, but I would say I prefer rice over noodles.
Listen, you're trying to. Okay, Spanish heritage. Food is like literally in every single food we ever eat. So eventually, I'm like, I want something more than just grains of rice, please. I mean,
but you're also talking to me. My favorite food is white rice, Alchem. I can eat nothing but white rice forever.
For me, it needs a bit of seasoning. Like I like plain white rice.
I like seasoning and stuff, but I could eat just white rice for like. I would say for pretty much every meal.
I got to the point where I can eat white rice. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But I got to the point where I'm like, I need either flavor or sustenance. So, and when I say sustenance, I mean like something meat wise or something like that with it.
Oh no, I definitely prefer stuff with it, but I definitely.
But if you're just giving rice, you're fine. I can
definitely eat rice.
If I have no option and they're like, yeah, you have rice. So
like if someone put a gun to my head and said, hey, eat this bowl of white rice right now, and like enjoy it, I'd enjoy it 100%.
Yeah, same thing. But sometimes like, man, this is like the cornerstone of almost every dish my family ever makes. So sometimes I'm just like, noodles are good. Yeah. That's why I enjoy. That's why spaghetti has become one of my favorite foods.
I think,
it is.
Yeah, spaghetti is great. I think one of the funniest things my parents told me about when they were speaking of like rice and noodles and stuff, is so my mom's Asian and my dad's white, right? This is established. When my mom would go over for dinner with my dad and their parents, the culture shock was hilarious because my dad's side is Scottish. So like they like not having a meal with rice just blew my mom's mind. She was like, "Where's the rice?" Because they would have like potatoes instead of rice, right? It'd be like potatoes, meat, and something else, right? So it's like, "Where's the rice?" And she, like the culture shock was hilarious. It was so funny. To be fair though, we do have rice quite often now. And my dad's the one cooking.
I'll mention this one to you later, but it's just so funny because now that you've told me, like, I've known, except for just now that I know you have Scottish origin.
I told you like years ago.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember that, but I do remember you're Asian. But then I'm just remembering this. My brain just went back to a Starburst commercial.
A Starburst commercial?
Yeah. You ever get the chance? Just look up Starburst I think it's Scotch Korean.
I might have seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just one guy just talking about like this weird Starburst fusion flavor, and then he just mentions this one of the guys at the commercial is like, "You're Scottish Korean," and I don't know why my brain went to that commercial the second I heard that. I was like,
well, I'm technically Scottish, Vietnamese, and Chinese. Technically, if you want to be very specific.
I see. All right. Oh, nice. That's totally not confusing at all.
Yeah, it's very confusing. That's why I say Asian. That's why I say Asian and white, because it's just easier, and most people just understand it.
Oh, I see. Oh, all right. I mean, at least that does mean that you have a flavorful palate. That's for sure.
It's true. It's true. I mean, that's why one of the things where I'm like, I just like most foods. I'm not as intolerant or tolerant, I guess, of spice as some. Like, I'm definitely not the Asian person that's eating, like, the spicy noodle challenge, and it's, like, they're putting more spice on it because it's not enough, you know? Like, I am definitely not that bad. Like, the problem with me is that, I guess the thing with me is, like, I don't like spice for the spice sake, you know? I don't like hot, spicy food for the sake of it being hot, spicy. I still want it to be flavorful and not me, not in tears at the end.
No, I get that too. I was like, spice is nice, but if you don't taste the food, then what's the point?
Yeah, like if you only taste the spice, then like I don't want to eat nothing but spice. Like if I really wanted to eat nothing but spice, then I just eat hot sauce.
This is why normally when I eat some food like chicken or steak or beef or pork or anything, I kind of want to taste whatever the fuck you cook with it. If I don't taste anything, all you did was heat up something and that was it. Like, it's just one of those things. If you have to like smother it in sauce, did you really cook it, or is it just the sauce that's carrying the food?
I mean, sometimes that's the point. To be fair.
I mean, yeah. You're right.
It depends on what you're cooking. Sometimes that is the point.
Yeah, it's like, like I was about to say, like the whole point of like fries with ketchup, mustard, all that stuff is so you can taste that with your fries.
Yeah. There's also things like, it's like some things of like sushi and stuff, like the whole point is the soy sauce. Soy sauce is supposed to be on it. Mm-hmm. Because it complements it. Or, I mean, even things like chicken nuggets. Dipping sauces for chicken nuggets is a big deal too.
Yeah, definitely got to go that British style and put mayo on it.
Is that a thing?
No, I don't know. Fuck if I know, man. I'm just making stuff up there.
Does Britain have a cuisine? I don't think they do.
No, they don't. I really don't think so. Like,
I mean, fish and chips, or is that fish and chips might be a Scottish thing. I thought is that a broad thing or is that a Scottish specific?
I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, beans and toast is an English thing. I know that.
That's a toast.
I actually like beans and toast. I've had it before. I like beans and toast. To be fair, though,
I think your Scottish side is showing.
Look, to be fair, it's also slightly Canadian because it's maple flavored beans with toast. So it's just maple syrup basically with toast. Look, I like maple syrup. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Waiting.
You enjoy everything with syrup, don't you? As a Canadian.
I mean, not everything, but most breakfast things, like most traditional breakfast things, I do prefer with syrup, like pancakes, waffles.
I mean, those are like staples.
I've had eggs with syrup, with maple syrup before, and I don't mind that. I've had bacon with maple syrup. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, no, bacon and maple syrup is really good. I mean, I've had bacon.
I've had hash browns with maple syrup as well.
That actually tastes good too. I've had my sausage with bacon my sausage with maple syrup. It tastes good.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things, at least here in Canada, is maple flavored stuff. So it's not necessarily syrup, but it's like maple flavored. Like one of my favorite things is maple flavored. They used to have It's basically totally not Oreos. It's not Oreos, but it's totally not Oreos, and it's maple flavored.
Funny enough, we have something here like that. We have a food that we like to make a flavor for everything. Call it bacon.
Oh God, it's true.
No, it's true. We literally
have bacon flavored everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess another
goes with everything.
I guess another Canadian specific thing that I really like is ketchup chips. It's ketchup flavored chips.
I tried it before. It was never my thing.
I enjoy it. I mean, basically, my argument to that is people who are saying it's gross. It's not actually ketchup. It's ketchup flavoring.
It's not. Yeah.
So it's ketchup. It's ketchup flavoring. It's like the ketchup stuff you put on popcorn at the movies. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's not actually ketchup. Like if it was actually ketchup, it'd be gross. It's ketchup flavoring.
It's like, it's basically seasoning that makes it kind of give it a taste like it, but it's not the actual. Yeah. They don't just dump it in it.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also not like I'm one of those. I'm also slowly falling out of snacking foods. Like, I like them, but the more that I'm like thinking about healthy and like calories and stuff like that, it's just not worth it. I'd much rather eat other things. You know what I mean? Though I did become one with you, Alchem. My mom has been buying Ritz crackers, so I've been eating a bunch of Ritz crackers.
Yeah, let's go. See, I was about to get up and walk away. I feel like I'm done with you. Well,
I mean,
like,
it's not like I'm
takes
saying.
off headset, walk off stage.
I'm not saying that I don't like chips and cookies and stuff. It's just that I just rather eat other things. But I've also been not a huge fan of dessert, honestly. I'd rather eat more dinner than have dessert.
I still enjoy the regular sweet every once in a while, but nothing like too giant.
Oh no, like I've never been a
small
huge
little thing to like refresh the palate. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm not like crazy for snacks anymore. That's why I've been enjoying Ritz more, because I'm just like, you know what? It's good. It's crunchy. It's something that I can munch on, and
it's not incredibly horrible for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it is arguably, it's definitely better than like cookies and stuff.
Definitely better than cookies. Although I want a cookie now.
Well, to be fair, we've been talking a lot about food. I'm really hungry.
Yes.
I've actually haven't had dinner. I haven't had dinner yet. Actually, now that I think about it, technically.
All right, so dinner.
I mean, probably.
All right, then let's go get some dinner.
All right, I'm gonna fly over to wherever Alchem lives.
Yep.
It's gonna take literally 24 hours. All right, see it. Everyone.
Worth it. We're gonna go. Later, guys. Ow! Oh, that bit took too much.
But anyway, I think that will be the end for today's episode. I think we did pretty good. Okay. We actually went longer than I thought we would with this topic. I mean, so I wanted to.
We started to go off on what we liked.
I mean, hey, I wanted to prove that we don't always talk about video games, because I did want to think like, okay, now I'm gonna start this one with no video games. Let's talk about other stuff.
Talk about video game food. I mean,
to be fair, food in video games does look great off half the time. Like the Monster Hunter food cutscene is great. I wish I could eat the Monster Hunter food sometimes. All that stuff looks amazing.
Don't remind me. I'm still remembering anime that shows good food. I'm still looking watching Delicious Dungeon. I'm watching that stuff, and I'm like, I wish that was actually real.
Yeah, but
try sometime.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching episode 3 of Two Buds One Podcast. I am Alchem, or not? I am not Alchem. I am with Alchem, is what I meant to say. But my name is the Techno Jelly. For those watching live, if you missed anything, if you missed at the beginning, this will be uploaded and edited on my YouTube channel at the Techno Jelly. If you want to follow me on other places, I have a Twitter, Instagram, and a TikTok as well, and my own Twitch channel if you'd like to follow me there. But I'm mostly active on my YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you all for being here, and Alchem, go.
Oh, and I am Alchem. You can on Twitch. I'm known as Alchem Games because someone took the Alchem title and I'll never get it. But you can catch me on Twitch under Alchem Games. I normally just play random games, chill and chat with everyone. I'm trying to do more events. Like we're trying to push a You Laugh You Lose recently, and I'm trying to see more stuff to do. Like that's why I'm here with my buddy the Techno Jelly. We're doing our weekly podcast. And you, like you said, you can catch the full thing on his YouTube. Here you just catch the live version, which again, guys watching on stream, me and Jelly are going to be just chilling and chatting, and so we won't be responding much to you guys until like after. Yep. But you can also catch like behind the scenes stuff and stuff that happens before the stream starts on Jelly's Patreon.
Yes, I was going to mention that if for people who are watching the YouTube video, if you want to watch live, you can on Alchem's channel. And you will see a after stream, not sometimes before, mostly just after when the episode ends. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you again on next Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.
Later, guys.